Hey students, hoping that you have understood the previous sessions. We are studying civil engineering project management, fifth construction material and safety management. In the previous sessions we have studied about the material management, its significance, functions and the material manufacturing process, etc. Now we are going to study the inventory and inventory control in material management. What is inventory? Inventory means stocks. Inventory is quantity of goods owned and stored by an organization. It may include properties such as goods in stocks and contents of buildings. Generally, there are two types of inventories. They are merchandise inventory and manufacturing inventory. Merchandise inventory is the inventory of trading goods and manufacturing inventory is the inventory of manufacturing and selling goods. So, merchandise inventory represents the inventory of trading goods. Manufacturing inventory represents the inventory of manufacturing goods. This figure shows the classification of inventories. Basically, the inventories are classified as manufacturing inventory and merchandise inventory. The manufacturing inventories is again classified or sublisted as raw materials, work in progress, finished goods, packing materials, and MRO supplies. MRO supplies means maintenance, repair, and operation supplies. And the second type of inventory is merchandise or trade inventory, which includes goods only. Then what is this work in progress means? The goods which is partially processed or the semi-finished goods can be termed as work in progress goods. And what is finished goods? The final products is known as finished goods. The packing materials is the inventory used for packing goods. There are generally two types of packing materials. They are primary packing materials and secondary packing materials. The primary packing materials is the packing materials in which packing without which the goods are not usable. And the secondary packing materials is the packing materials in which the packing is done convenient for the transportation of goods. So, the packing materials are the inventories used for packing purposes. It is again classified into two types, primary packing and secondary packing. The primary packing is the packing without which the goods are not usable, and secondary packing done for convenience of transportation. The next is the MRO goods, the maintenance, repair and operating supplies. It is also known as consumables. So the consumable goods comes under the category MRO. And now the merchandise and trade inventories is simply any type of goods can be treated as merchandise inventories. And there are some other types of inventories which includes goods in transit, buffer inventory, anticipatory stock, decoupling stock, cycle inventory, etc. Goods in transit means goods for transportation. The goods may transfer from one place to another, which requires many days of time. So, when the good remains in the transit itself, it is known as goods in transit. Buffer inventory, which is known as the safety stock, that is the inventory purchased for the purpose of meeting future uncertainties. The third one is anticipatory stock. Anticipatory stocks are normally finished goods. Stocking goods on the basis of expectations like price rise. Sometimes there may be a chance of price hike. In such situations, the goods are stocked for a safety. Such types of stocks are known as anticipatory stock. And next is decoupling inventory. The work in progress inventories are decoupling inventories. Example, stock of input for all machines. And the last one, cyclic inventory. The type of inventory accumulated due to ordering in lots or in size to avoid carrying the cost of inventory. That is known as cycle inventory. Generally, the inventory types can be grouped into four classifications such as raw material, work in progress, finished goods, and MRO goods. It is already discussed. Work in progress materials means semi-finished goods. Finished goods are the final products, and MRO goods are the consumable goods. Now, the inventory methods. The methods used for estimating the cost of an inventory is termed as inventory methods. There are three main methods for inventory costing. They are first in, first out, last in, last out method, and weighted average method. So, there are three methods for inventory costing: first in, first out, last in, last out, and weighted average. In, first out method, the goods which are purchased first are sold on first. And in case of last in, last out, this inventory or this method assumes that the cost of most recent purchase are the first costs charged to the cost of goods sold when the company actually sells the goods. And the weighted average. The weighted average method of inventory costing is a means of costing ending inventory using a weighted average unit cost. So, the first in case of first in, first out, the first purchased goods are first sold out, and in case of last in, last out, it assumes that the cost of most recent purchase are the first costs charged to the cost of the goods sold. And in case of weighted average cost, the cost is estimated on terms of a unit rate method. Next is inventory control. What is inventory control? Inventory control indicates how much stock is there in a store. So, inventory control is defined as the planning, ordering, and scheduling of materials used in manufacturing process. That is, inventory control is a technique of maintaining the size of the inventory at some desired level, keeping in view the best economic interests of an organization. It is a system of ordering based on the maintenance of the stock in a store using a reorder rule based on the stock level. So, inventory control is the process of planning, ordering, and scheduling of materials used in the manufacturing process. What is the importance of inventory control? Inventory control improves the customer's relationship by timely delivering of goods and services. It helps in smooth and uninterrupted production. The efficient utilization of working capital is another importance. It maintains the economy in purchasing, and it eliminates the possibility of duplicate ordering. Next is the objectives of inventory control. One of the most important objectives of the inventory control is the efficient purchasing, storing, consumption, and accounting for materials. The another important objective is to keep inactive, waste, surplus, scrap, and obsolete items at the minimum level. To make sure that the financial investment in inventories is minimum. To ensure adequate supply of products to customer and avoid shortage as far as possible. To ensure timely action for replenishment. To provide a scientific base for both short-term and long-term planning of materials. The other important objective is to provide a reserve stock for varieties in lead times of delivery of materials. So, these are some of the main objectives of inventory control. The main among them is efficient purchasing, storing, consumption, and accounting for the materials. Next is factors affecting inventory control. The following are the factors affecting inventory control: the financial factors, the supplies, the lead time, the product type, management, and external factors. The financial factors are such as cost of borrowing money to stock enough inventory can generally influence the inventory management. So, these are the factors which affecting the inventory control: the financial factors, the suppliers, the lead time, the product type, management, and external factor. Next is the advantages of inventory control. The effective inventory control will always reduces the cost of inventory. In addition to this, the inventory control monitors the level of the inventory. It manages the outdations, that is, it manages the obsolescence. It manages deterioration by ordering in appropriate quantities. Next is inventory management. It is a system and process that identify the inventory requirements, which sets targets, provide replenishment techniques, and report actual and projected inventory status. So, inventory management is a process or system that identify the basic inventory requirements, and thereafter it sets certain goals or targets for accomplishing, and thereafter provides replenishment techniques and report actual and projected inventory status. It involves a retailer seeking to acquire and maintain a proper merchandise assortment while ordering, shipping, handling, and related costs. So, inventory management is very important in material management. This is a picture showing inventory management of an organization. Here we can see almost all departments, the raw materials, the components, finished products, etc. Here there is the purchasing department. They will provide the stock in. So the raw materials are processed, the raw materials and the components are supplied by the purchasing department, which is processed and stock out to the production department. We can see the inventory management in the effective manner. Now, the various techniques used for inventory control. The various techniques which are used for the inventory control are ABC analysis, HML analysis, BED analysis, FSN analysis, SDE analysis, Golf analysis, and SOS analysis. Among these, the ABC analysis is the most important one. We will discuss it about in the next session. So, in this session, we have studied about the inventory management, inventory control, and types of inventories. Basically, inventory is generally, it represents to goods in stocks. There are different types of inventories. Basically, there are two types of inventories. They are merchandise inventory and manufacturing inventories. So, the inventory control is also very important in case of material management. Next, we have to see about the techniques of inventory control, that is the most important one, ABC analysis. So, it will be handled in the next session. Hoping that you have understood the session. Okay, thank you.